Hello everyone, welcome back to Arranging with Judy. I had a request today. Devin asked me if I could teach how to make a nightstand arrangement. I said, a nightstand arrangement? And she said, yes. I've been trying all summer to put flowers on my nightstand and I keep making it too big. So we're going to talk first about containers, okay? First of all, you want to have a container that is going to be very stable. You don't want to put something tall like a bud vase. You don't want to put something big and fat like this because it's going to be too big. It's going to be too much. First of all, you probably have a lamp and then a box of tissues, and your nightstand's not that big to begin with. So you want to just think about something that's got a big bottom and that's stable. So you could use this sweet little milk glass pitcher if you wanted and just do a few little blossoms in it. And it would not be knockoverable, you know what I'm saying? So this would be an idea, and it would be tiny and it would be lovely, and it would not have to have a lot of flowers in it. So that would be a possibility. This might almost border on too large, unless you just put like maybe a couple of hydrangeas in it, just real tight and low, or a very small mounded piece on this. So this would definitely be a possibility, but you wouldn't want to get any bigger than this, right? Something like this, even though the bottom's not quite as fat as the sides, I think this is pretty darned stable. I don't think this one would go anywhere on you either. So this would be an option with some small flowers in it. And this tiny little milk glass one is one of my favorites to put on the nightstand because it stays out of my way. And in the dark, especially if this is a guest room, in the dark when your guest is reaching for the lights, the lamp, or if your guest is trying to find a tissue and they are fumbling, you don't want them to knock it over. That's really embarrassing. So for both of you, actually. So this one is one of my favorites. Now let's talk about flowers. If you're putting this in your guest room, you got to think about your guest. Okay, if I put a nice big fat peony in here, it would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Even this, just like that. That would just be lovely and enough. But peonies have a pretty distinctive scent. It's a lovely scent if you're outside, but if you're sleeping right next to it, it could be overpowering. So you want to think about that with your guests. Would they like that smell? Maybe not. I wouldn't do lilacs. I wouldn't do lavender. If I was going to do roses, it would have to be a very, very delicate scent. I like to keep away maybe just something that's slightly herby, or like the snapdragons have a very, very soft scent, very subtle. These might be fun if you wanted to put these in one of these arrangements. Something tiny like this skull cap, it has a kind of an herby scent to it, but it's not overpowering. So this might be fun in your nightstand vase. I just cut some new hydrangea that haven't bloomed out all the way. I just brought these in from the garden, and some aruncus. Neither one of these has a scent, but it would be really, really pretty in this particular vase here. So maybe I'll do this one for you just to show you size and scope of what we would be thinking about for a nightstand arrangement. So I think what I'll probably do in order to make sure that this is going to stay where I put it, I think I'll take these hydrangea and I'll gather them together in my hand, and I'll put one of these. Have you ever seen these? I get these, if you've been watched any of my videos, I get these from the dollar store. They're oh no, oh, they're everywhere. Oh my goodness. They're 500 little tiny clear elastic bands that you pay $1.25 for now. But they're really worth it. And I'll just take these and I'll put these together in my hand. And then I'll put the rubber band around it and it'll hold them in place. And then I can sort of arrange them so that their stems, go out to the sides of the container and they'll hold my arrangement in place. So let's put these together. I'm going to cut them off so they're all one length to start with, and then put this rubber band around them, and then we'll see what happens. You got to just scooch it up the stems all the way up to the top, and then yeah, I think that'll work. We'll cut them off to about here. I always cut and then try it and then decide if I need to cut a little more, but I think this is going to work, this height. So these are pretty well secured in there. They're not going to get bounced out easily by somebody that's grabbing a tissue or whatever. So these will be the base of my, and actually, that might be cute just like that. But, you know me, I can't stop with just one thing. So I'll put some of this aruncus in next, and I'll be able to tuck this in between these, and these will hold my aruncus in place. And I only cut one piece of it today, so I'm going to snip in between these and put these in. I like the greens and the creams with this little green container. Okay, so see if I can finagle this so that it looks like it's in several places at once, even though it's all on one stem. All right, and then I could add some artemisia to this, I think. And that might be all I need. Oh, you know what else would be really sweet though? I have these little scabiosa pods here that would be really adorable. And they wouldn't take up a lot of space. They don't have to be real tall. And they'd be really sweet. So we'll just tuck these in too, just to give it a little tiny bit of whimsy. And to keep that color palette going. I want the one that's got the burgundy on it. So these in here. And see, I'm just kind of tucking them in between the hydrangea placements. And the hydrangeas are going to hold these things in position. And then I'll just put a little bit of this artemisia in here. I want. All right. And then another piece over here. And I mean, it doesn't have to be this color. And you can do any colors that you want. If you want to do soothing and restful, like, soft pastels, or if you want to do bright and colorful, I mean, you could tailor your arrangement to the guest or to your own self. And just need a little cute little something on the side of the nightstand. And none of this has an objectionable scent, or a just overpowering scent. That's the biggest thing. Okay, so there's your little nightstand table piece. I wouldn't get any bigger than that if I was doing it. Okay, thanks for watching.